All right, guys, we're gonna go to our final topic. Wrap it up here.
All right, sir.
It's my topic. It's my last topic. And the question is, when do you quit your job? When do you know you're gonna quit your job? When do you have that feeling of when you should quit your job? And I'm asking this because like in the past I've had this issue where I am just undyingly loyal, or the writing is on the wall, or I'm not like where I belong, or there's something going on and I know that I should quit. I feel it, but I just don't listen to it, my gut, and I continue kind of this weird path that doesn't really end up helping anybody. And I was just curious what you guys have done in the past to either, like, if this happens to you where you're like me, or if it's not, if you're not like me and you're kind of more of a normal person, what is it about that situation that makes you confident in moving on to next steps, right? Because it can be kind of scary looking for a new job and starting a new job, knowing what you're potentially leaving behind because it's familiar and comfortable. And I did a little bit of research, and it was like the top reasons why people quit. So maybe these are a couple things that you guys are going to mention or you can elaborate on. But this is on talentsmart.com with Forbes and whatnot. But they say the number one reason why people quit are overworked. Management doesn't recognize contributions or reward good work. They don't care about their employees. They don't honor commitments. They hire and promote the wrong people. They don't let people pursue their passions. They fail to develop the people's skills, so career growth and stuff like that. They fail to engage their creativity.
I feel Steven's about to quit right now.
I'm marking off. These are all like true.
And they fail to challenge people intellectually, so putting interesting things in front of them.
Oh no, they always do that.
And then I got signs that you should quit from Business Insider, and it's like you're bored all the time. Your skills aren't being tapped. So there's kind of like a theme here. The employer's goals and your personal missions don't match up. You have a boss from hell, and so bosses are really interesting because
like a boss.
I read a statistic that the number one reason why people quit or move on is because they do not like their boss. You feel like you can't ever win, and you're not growing. Some more career growth related stuff. You always have to watch what you say. You feel like you're on eggshells. Your company doesn't invest in you, and you worry about money all the time. So you're not being paid for what you think you're worth, or you're just like struggling to like paycheck to paycheck. It looks like layoffs are coming. That's definitely something that could be an issue. You can't picture yourself at a company in a year. There's trust issues, and then burnout, which we kind of already like talked about.
Well, I'll tell you what's. I actually, my previous employment, I really liked my bosses. They were hard workers. I mean, granted, the crappy thing was it was 6 days a week, so I felt like I was a little overworked. But
I didn't realize that.
I was a salary employee, and so if I worked until 8 o'clock or 3 o'clock, it didn't matter. You know, I'd get home sometimes early, but then there was days that I got home really late. So, but I kind of enjoyed the job. It really, I sold foreclosed homes, so it was something different every day, and it wasn't like, you know, the same routine or anything. But what made me really think is I was trying to like further my career and, you know, make more money and do better and try to see my future self and, you know, where I would be. And I sat down with my direct supervisor and I was talking to him, and I was like, you know, kind of had that conversation with him. And he said to me, he goes, well, what am I going to do? Give you my job? So like at that moment right there in my head, I was like, okay, this is where I need to start looking.
Because there's no career growth at that point.
I was like, okay. And I mean, there could have been, we did some, you know, consolidation of territories and stuff. And at the time I had been working there only 7 months or so. And they were taking a part of our job away, which was like collections and stuff. And so they said, yeah, there's going to be some layoffs. And I'm like, well, I'm probably the first one to go because I'm the newest guy here.
Yeah.
But no, they actually kept me and gave me 2 other guys territory. And I was like, holy shit. You know, like I thought I was the first one to go, but they actually expanded my role. But yeah, I was there for a few years. And when he told me that, I like I said, I liked my bosses. They were cool. Like, but I just didn't see myself there in a few years. So that's why I started looking and quit. And they, you know, my bosses, they weren't happy that I was quitting, but they understood. They were like, no, we get it. Like, you definitely have more potential, and we just can't offer you anything, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I went in a completely different industry too. So,
Interesting.
Yeah, well, one of the main reasons that's keeping me at my job right now is I don't have a car. That's the main reason. The second reason is my boss. Really like my boss. I feel that I contribute a lot, and I'm a big part of what goes on at that store. And if I was to leave, it would stress him out, and he would be unhappy and everything like that. So I kind of like, because he's like my friend too.
But isn't that
You're
aren't
not
those
really
the
doing it
wrong?
for
Yeah.
you then, right?
Ooh, shit.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's the
Yeah.
only reason I'm saying the reasons why I'm there.
I see.
Now, like as far as my other coworkers go and everything like that, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm underpaid for what I do, and I feel like other people shouldn't get the pay that they do,
Yeah.
for what they do, honestly.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was the main thing. Like, I'm sitting there thinking, like, you know, what if I did get that pay that I do deserve? Would I stay there? Would I still want to stay there? I don't think so. I really wouldn't. I think it's just time to move on. Because at this point, if I did have a car, I would go work at Starbucks. I don't give a shit. Like, I do not. I want to change of pace. I do not want to work anymore.
Yeah.
So the car thing
see
is just getting to the job? Like, that's why...
Right, that's it.
Okay,
Just getting
okay.
the job and everything like that. And at this point, just like people ask me, like, you know, like people are like wondering, like, oh, Donald Trump is going to be our next president. That is just, it doesn't surprise me at all because I see stupid people every single day. And it doesn't surprise me at all that Donald Trump's going to be our next president.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Because I'm just like, oh man, I just want to tell you one thing. One guy just calls up and he's like, yeah, I like transfer my prescription. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
write all this down information. And I'm just like, okay, all right. Well, what's the number to the pharmacy? To Target. And he's like, I don't know. Can you call them and ask them?
Wow.
And I was like,
sure.
and then he said, and
So you
then
just hang up.
he's like, can I call them and ask them? I'm like, I can't call. And then he's like, oh, I'll call you back. And then he's like, because he realized exactly what he said.
Yeah, he was probably like, oh
So-
shit, like his brain just caught up.
Yeah,
Had a
exactly.
brain fart.
Yeah, but that's what I deal with, and I just can't deal with it. So like that, I would say that was mainly the reason. But like all the stuff you listed, yeah, absolutely, Clay. Like underappreciated, you're not recognized for what you do because basically they do. CVS is a huge corporate, and I don't know if you guys know exactly how corporate is, and they don't care if the customer.
Yeah, you're just a cog in the wheel.
Dickhead. Exactly. So it's like, oh yeah, you guys did great. Like you have perfect numbers, but you know you guys absolutely sucked at doing this. You guys really need to do better in this, and you know they reprimand you for it, and it's just like you don't get recognized for the. I mean, you do. I
Individual
guess.
contributions, right?
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just
There's
it's
always
really-
room for improvement kind of bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could be. I mean, we've almost got like 100% for, and it's just like, no, you guys need to do better.
Wow.
Like, it's like I don't know. I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, my current company that I work for, they're huge on like promoting within and like, and that's what I really like about my new company. So then, and they have like little quarterly things where they recognize people that have done like really excellent, you know, jobs or like in helping out and stuff like that.
I think that's
it
important.
helps. Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's
big
really
time.
important, honestly.
I quit one of my when I was working at the
Participation
beach.
award.
Yeah. When I used to rent out jet skis, and I liked my boss then too, but he was trying to get me to run the business, which I pretty much was, but he was wanting to go open up another business. And I asked him, I said, well, what? I won't have time to go to school. And he goes, school's for certain people. And I told him, yeah, well, you know what? And like I had like this revelation in my head. I was like, you know what? I sat there and told him, I said, well, school's for me, so I'm going to cut back my hours. So like it completely like flipped him like, holy shit, like not only is he not doing this, he's cutting back his hours, you know?
That's good.
And yeah, I went back full time to school instead of part time. And I graduated, so.
So what about you and Alan? Like, do you guys have that certain situation?
I haven't. Yeah, I think when when do you know when to quit your job? I think layoffs is a big thing. Is like
Okay.
you're feeling it. You're like, you know, even if you're safe, like you should really be thinking about your personal safety for family and like where you
Right.
need to go. You know, they say the quickest way to like get a promotion and get more money is to go to a new company. So there's definitely, if you're feeling like underappreciated or not, enough money, or you need to go. And I think the biggest telltale sign for me is if you're not jiving with the company. If you guys don't share the same ideals and you're not being appreciated, then I think you absolutely, like, if it's not a cultural fit, you need to go, because it's just going to get worse and worse, and then those other things are going to start creeping up. If layoff happens, you're going to be one of those people. If if you're doing good work, you're not going to get recognized, you're not going to get promoted, you're not going to have career growth, no one's going to take you seriously. It's like, I feel like a lot of it stems from there. So for me, when do you know when to quit is when culturally you're not accepted, is the first thing that I would say. Because you also want to like going to work. You want to like the people you work with, and if you don't, and you're just doing it for a paycheck, it's not a career. It's a job. It's a task. It's not fun. Like, everyone should be trying to pursue a career in something that they enjoy and they have passion about, right?
Right.
I feel like that leads to a happier life.
Yeah.
I'm getting depressed, guys.
That's it for me. Is like, I would just quit the second I didn't enjoy what I was doing anymore, because like that is pinnacle to anything I do. Like, I can't keep focus. I can't actually produce work if I don't enjoy what I'm working on. So like right from the get-go, just like I could live with like a shitty boss. I could live, I mean, obviously I don't want like shitty pay. I want to get paid for what I'm doing, like compensated appropriately. But at the same time, like, all of that is secondary to enjoying what I'm doing, because it's so pivotal to my enjoyment of work, and like making it, like, if it's something you're doing 40 hours plus a week, then you have to be kind of enjoying what you're doing. So for me, like, the second I fear going into my job, then that's when I would know I need to quit.
Can I ask you a question, Alan?
Sure.
As much as you worked on Sausage Party, are you still going to see the movie?
Oh yeah.
Because like, I can imagine, like, because I've worked and edited on like films before.
Yeah.
And like, I've seen it so many times because I went back and went back and went back.
Oh yeah.
It still was good for me, but I don't know if it was the same.
Well,
like,
yeah.
some
That's
people,
the
I was
thing.
like, I don't even want to do it anymore. Like,
yeah, it's like, I mean, I worked on, for the last 2 weeks of the movie, I only worked on one shot. It's like the last shot in the movie before the credits. And it was like one of those where I was just thinking, like, this morning, like, it's going to get approved. I'm finally going to be done. And that just kept happening every day. And I was working till like 10, 11, 12 p.m. every night.
Yeah.
From 8 a.m. I mean, from 9 a.m. to that late, like every single, like weekends too. Like, this was the entire time. Jeez. And I was like, and it's maybe like 150 frames, 200 frames. And I'm just like, I've probably watched it looped like 1,000 times in those 2 weeks. So I like just had to look at it over and over and over again. And I was like so sick of working on it. But at the same time, I was really happy with how it turned out in the end. So like, even when I looked at it, when it finally got approved, I was like, yeah, like, this is pretty good, So like, that is paramount. Like, when I look at it and I'm like, yeah, I like that. Like, I think it looks cool. Then I'm satisfied.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
for sure.
I mean, even then, like, some people would come up to me like, oh wow, that's looking awesome, and I'm just like, I don't know, like,
I can make it
like
better.
I'm not, it's not quite there yet, because it's like, from your own POV, you're just like, every like fault with it, where you can improve on things, what you're faking or cheating and stuff like that. So
see, that's the kind of job I'd want. That'd be awesome.
Well, you should do it.
Maybe there's some visual effects. Wait, kind of job, like what he's doing, or the passion kind? Like what?
The passion, like, I want to be passionate about what I do.
Yeah, man.
Like, eventually, I was thinking about, I was like, maybe I should go back to be like a vet or something like that, because I love animals.
Hell yeah.
I think I could be really passionate about how.
Yeah,
totally.
I think you should.
Yeah, I probably should.
Step 1, Steve, get a bicycle. Step 2, apply to Starbucks. Step 3, ride your bike to Starbucks so you can at least have something different.
Step 4, work on 50
Become a
Cent.
vet.
Ian's dog.
Oh, yeah. There you go. I mean, what does it take to be a vet? What do you gotta? Is there like?
That's tough.
I mean,
it's like school, right? It's
basically
like 6 years
it's
of school.
basically like being a doctor and getting like not even half the pay.
Can you
like,
be a vet's assistant in the meantime?
A vet tech, yeah.
I don't know.
Gosh,
I mean, you
I
probably
feel
like
could.
volunteer like at like a humane society or
No, think
something
about like
that.
dentists. Like dentist assistants get good money and they get to
They
be
do.
around in the area. Like the field that they're passionate about, and a lot of them do that while they're going to school.
And they're probably sucking the dentist stick, to be honest.
Yeah,
You got it, though.
All that kind of stuff, though. Yeah,
No
that's
matter
actually
who
Better
they
get some
are.
CarMax.
that'd be awesome, though. I mean, I think I could be really passionate about that. You know, at least helping somebody in some way. I mean, as much as I don't like people at my job right now, I think I'd still
Dude,
want
and
to
there's a
help
vet in every
people
town,
a
man.
certain way.
Yeah.
The thing is, I can't deal with blood. Maybe animals' blood I can do. I can deal with animals' blood, but when it comes to people, because I initially wanted to be like a firefighter, but they said that they're the first to arrive on the scene.
Oh yeah, I got buddies that are firefighters, and they
And I was
tell
like,
me
I
some
can't.
stories. I'm like,
I was like,
oh,
I can't. I was like, when I see blood on TV or anything like, I immediately my face, I could feel the blood rushing from my head like down. I'm
Oh,
like,
really?
feel wheezy. I was
Oh
like,
my
I can't
God.
do it.
I'm just
And I was always
imagining-
saying, I'm like, I'm the one that's gonna survive the zombie apocalypse. And I'm thinking, I'm like, maybe I can't.
Yeah.
Maybe I can't. Maybe I'll.
There's gonna be a lot of blood in that, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
to be
totally-
fair, I'm sure you're gonna get dogs that got hit by cars and like stuff.
Oh
that,
yeah.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be. I think any sort of medical service, you're gonna like run into some gnarly shit.
Maybe you can be
Um,
desensitized to it, Steve. After a while, you don't care.
Kind of like people at your current job.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I'm just imagining like Steve-O pulling up like in a fire truck. Like the first one to arrive on the scene, he's running up to like an accident and like he sees blood and just fucking faints.
No, instead of face, he just turns around the other way and runs away. Like,
It's like all those years of just doing that, and I'm gonna get fired, and I can't even do my job. That would suck. Absolutely suck, dude. Imagine that, like doing all that time, and then you just like realize you pass out from the sight of blood, and you can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so bad.
If it
Dude,
wasn't,
I think you should. I think you should pursue this veterinary thing in some way.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're like pretty fired up about it.
Yeah, I think I would love to do something like that because I know like all the breeds of dogs, and I think I don't know. I don't know. I'll look more into it.
dude,
Why not just be a dog walker then?
Yeah, I probably could pick up shit. I would love that. Yeah, I catch shit anyways at work all the time. So
you like helping people. I mean, and you
Yeah.
clearly can, like interacting with someone who needs their meds is a lot different than someone who's maybe like who like just loves their dog or loves their cat, and you get to learn their story. And it's like I'm sure
Well,
you're gonna
that's-
have some people that are annoying, but like probably not to the point of like CVS annoying, right?
I mean, yeah, probably not. I'm just so numb to like CVS now. It's like people are just like, you never smile. I was like,
Dude,
I wish I could tell you stories why I don't. You know?
Yeah, man, it
If
sounds like
someone
you need
says
like a
that to you-
change of pace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If someone
Uh.
says that to you, like just give them like the weirdest smile back.
I do.
Like,
They're like, that's not a smile. You redo it. I'm like, that's all you're getting.
All right. Well, we'll keep us
here's your
updated.
Viagra.
Keep us updated if you end up being Doctor. Oh man, Doctor Steve,
$5 a
would be
pill.
awesome. You can
Yeah.
wear like a white lab coat.
To the podcast.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
awesome.
That'd be cool. Yeah, we have like
Yeah.
Dr. Steve's segment or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep going. Yeah, what's wrong with my dog's leg? Oh, he's got AIDS.
What?
He's dead.
He's dead.
I
Next
have
question.
full-blown AIDS.
He's dead, you
That
dingus.
troll.
All right, guys. That's been another episode of the Everything and Nothing Show. As always, we Maelstrom Gamers, the underdogs in gaming, hop on the Skype each and every week, each bringing our own topic for our discussion and for your entertainment. Doled out Monday through Friday, topic by topic, full episodes on YouTube. You can comment, like, subscribe, follow. All free ways to help us out and support us. If you have a couple extra dollars, even like just $1, guys, even just $1, head over to patreon.com/maelstromgamers and throw that dollar our way. We'll put it right back into the show. We're super excited. We're actually starting to get some of that stuff rolling. We got a little bit of cash that we're gonna put back in here quite shortly for lasers and dance parties. So
And
until next
nothing
week,
else.
guys, keep thinking about everything and nothing. It's been an honor to entertain you. Peace. Take care.
Adios.
Your company doesn't invest in you, and you worry about money all the time. So you're not being paid for what you think you're worth, or you're just like struggling to like paycheck to paycheck. It looks like layoffs are coming. That's definitely something that could be an issue. You can't picture
Well-
yourself at a company in a year. There's trust issues, and then burnout, which we kind of already like talked about.
Well, I'll tell you what's. I actually my previous employment. I really like my bosses. They were hard workers. I mean, granted, the crappy thing was it was 6 days a week, so I felt like I was a little overworked. But
Wow, I didn't realize that.
I was a salary employee.
But I just don't listen to it, my gut, and I like, and I continue kind of this weird path that doesn't really end up helping anybody. And I was just curious what you guys have done in the past to either, like, if this happens to you where you're like me, or if it's not, if you're not like me and you're kind of more of a normal person, what is it about that situation that makes you confident in moving on to next steps, right? Because it can be kind of scary looking for a new job and starting a new job, knowing what you're potentially leaving behind because it's familiar and comfortable. And I did a little bit of research, and it was like the top reasons why people quit. So maybe these are a couple things that you guys,
True.
and they fail to challenge people intellectually. So putting interesting things in front of them.
Oh no, they always do that.
And then I got signs that you should quit from Business Insider, and it's like you're bored all the time, your skills aren't being tapped. So there's kind of like a theme here. The employer's goals and your personal missions don't match up. You have a boss from hell, and so bosses are really interesting because
like a boss.
I've read a statistic that the number one reason why people quit or move on is because they do not like their boss. You feel like you can't ever win, and you're not growing. Some more career growth related stuff. You always have to watch what you say. You feel like you're on eggshells. Are going to mention or you can elaborate on, but this is on talentsmart.com with Forbes and whatnot. But they say the number one reason why people quit are overworked. Management doesn't recognize contributions or reward good work. They don't care about their employees. They don't honor commitments. They hire and promote the wrong people. They don't let people pursue their passions. They fail to develop the people's skills, so career growth and stuff like that. They fail to engage their creativity.
I feel Steven's about to quit right now.
I'm marking off. These are all like.
All right, guys, we're gonna go to our final topic. Wrap it up here.
All right, sir.
It's my topic. It's my last topic. And the question is, when do you quit your job? When do you know you're gonna quit your job? When do you have that feeling of when you should quit your job? And I'm asking this because, like, in the past I've had this issue where I'm just undyingly loyal, or the writing is on the wall, or I'm not like where I belong, or there's something going on and I know that I should quit. I feel it.